And just like that, the next episode has begun. Welcome back to Ace Attorney, Justice for All. I am your host, MegaShadowFist, like a video game, like a commentary. When we last left off, we had any mentor testimony. We have something that we have definite evidence for, and we'll use that in a second. But before then, we're going to go ahead and press this. I was like totally pooped too, so I like fell asleep in the passenger seat. Let's go ahead and press this. The accident happened at night, correct? Yeah, like, it was at, like, 1 a.m. or so, I think. I had, like, a paper due, like, really soon. So, like, I hadn't slept and was working, like, real hard. So, it's because the two of you were so tired that this accident happened. Okay. I, like, woke up because of a jolt and, like, it was a sea of flames around me. Let's go ahead and press this. And your sister? What happened to her? I didn't see her. The car was, like, totally black, and there was, like, a ton of smoke. I, like, totally had, like, no clue what was going on. Alrighty then. I, like, opened the door and, like, got away. Press. Please tell us about your escape in more detail. I, like, kept wanting to forget that time. So, like, I don't remember things about the accident in, like, detail anymore. Well, it's alright. No need to push yourself. I think I, like, gave an interview about the accident. Like, that would probably be the most accurate, you know? If it's that article, then I've already got it. Interesting. I, like, didn't have my license, so, like, I couldn't take over driving for her. That's a BS lie. That's a lie! And that's why you were in the passenger seat? Like, yeah. I was, like, at my college's research lab till, like, really late. So my sis was, like, giving me a ride home. I see. Phoenix. Yes? You can't do this. You're being too easy on her. There's gotta be some sort of secret sleeping in this testimony. Yes, so let's find that one question contradiction in this. It's obviously the whole, it's obviously the, driver's license thing, because we got one. That was how they were able to identify her and reconstruct her face at the surgery, at the clinic, remember? And, like, it was a real sea of flames around me. I, like, opened the door and I, like, got away. I, like, didn't have my license, so, like, I couldn't take over driving for her. That's BS, and you know it is. So, how do you explain this license photo, then? Miss Minnie! That was a lame lie just now. Like, what do you mean? I know you had a license back then. This is a photo you took for the express purpose of getting a driver's license. What is the meaning of this, Miss Minnie? That's right. Yeah, I had, like, a license, but I didn't get it until after the accident. Ah, very clever. No, you had it. You had it at the time of the accident. Director Hody, or the guy pretending to be him anyway, said so. What are you talking about? That perverted fake clinic director? Yes, that perverted fake clinic director. And how... Okay, hold on. Ow! No one cares. I think he said, and how did you know he was a pervert? No one cares. When did you receive your driver's license? Like, last November. Wait a minute. Hold on. She was in the hospital for 6 months, wasn't she? So, June, July, August, September, October, November. Oh, I guess that's possible. What? November? The accident happened last May. That's a half a year lapse in time, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What in the... That's what happened, Mr. Wright. At the time of the accident, Miss Minnie did not have a driver's license. Ow! Cry and my whip will accommodate. Anyway, without a license, the witness and her sister could not have switched drivers. I'm, like, glad you get it, but, like, even if I had my license, I, like, don't think my sis would, like, let me drive. Yow! Don't just, Mia, don't just stand there and ing to yourself. Not you too, Mia, with the whip and the pain and the ow. Miss Minnie, why do you think you would not have been allowed to drive anyway? Or, why am I, like, suddenly forgetting what's this? Miss Minnie, why do you think you would not have been allowed to drive anyway? Eh? That's because... I think this situation calls for a more detailed testimony. Miss Minnie, if you please. And actually, we'll go ahead and save. Since we've just cleared that cross-examination period, we definitely need to save so that we can continue. I think that we should be able to finish this off. I want to finish this case off this episode, so even if it goes out longer than 30 minutes, I'm still going to continue. Against better judgment, because of certain reasons. I think this situation calls for a like, how annoying. Oops, like, sorry, didn't mean to be mean. I'm sorry, but you called him a slime ball, so... Shut up. I wouldn't be allowed. Like, around that time, I was, like, really close to getting my license. My sis was, like, this totally big fan of cars, and, like, I really valued them. She, like, had just gotten this really shiny, bright red sports car. She, like, would say things like, no way am I letting a noob drive my car. A noob? Okay. So, like, that's why I ended up in the passenger seat that night, too. Then again, now I think about it, she still could have, even if she didn't have her license, she still could have driven, right? Had she had her permit? I see. A bright red car for sports. Now then, the defense may question the witness. I'm not terribly knowledgeable about cars, but... I wouldn't be allowed. Now it's time to actually pay attention to the testimony, because I think I was sort of only half paying attention. Like, around that time, I was, like, really close to getting my license. Press. So, what do you mean by really close? Like, I had one of those permit things. I knew it! Liar! Okay, anyway. Because technically, if she had a permit, and I'm assuming that Minnie was of age to be a quote-unquote legal advisor, watcher person, not having a license is not a very strong argument here. Like, I had one of those permit things. I think that's what they're called. Permit? Wow, the big name lawyer boy doesn't even... I kind of want to give her, like, this, like, New York accent whenever she breaks character. Like, wow, the big name lawyer boy doesn't even know what a driver's permit is? That doesn't sound New York at all. Well, this lawyer never had a permit. Ah! Ignorance is to be vent. What is with her? All she said in the last few minutes is utter nonsense. So, like, may I continue? My sis was, like, this totally big fan of cars and, like, really valued them. Let's press. She valued cars? How much would you say she valued her car? If she had a bright red sports cars, I imagine that she'd probably value them a lot. Well, like, she'd flip out at, like, a drop of rain. And, like, she would notice if someone, like, touched the car door with dirty hands. In that case, why bother taking the car out of the garage, ever? Let's go ahead and press harder. Why did she take such a special care? Why did she take such special care of the car? How can you say that? It was a brand spanking new car. New car? Like, you wouldn't want to, like, get it dirty, would you, Mr. Lawyer? I would think that cars getting dirty is just another fact of life, but I guess people who really love cars think otherwise. Phoenix, try asking something of more significance, alright? Well, Miss Minnie, what kind of car was it? She had just gotten this really shiny, bright red sports car. Like, how's it going, Sweetums? I'm a trained therapist. I don't know. Anyway, it was a new car? Yeah, she had, like, just gotten it. It was, like, from the UK. The UK? Was that her boy... Okay, apparently the judge just doesn't know anything about geography whatsoever. Was that her boyfriend's initials? And it was really special model. She had waited for a whole year for it to arrive. I guess her love for cars would be the obvious next topic, so let's press harder. But I really don't know anything about cars. But I had a feeling this was bound to come up. Your Honor! Yes? Please append what the witness has just said to her testimony. You mean the part about being a special car from overseas? Yes. Well, if you like cars that much, then... That's not my point! Though, to be honest, I don't know what the point is either. Miss Minnie, would you please fix your testimony? Sure, whatever. My sis' new car was like a totally special model from England. Let's go ahead and press. I yelled, hold it, pretty forcefully, but I don't actually know what to ask about cars. Ask for the heck of it? Sure, why not? So yes. What am I supposed to pick for a topic? Let's start with this. Why are British cars good? Like, huh? They're expensive and their driver's seat is opposite to... Oh yeah, that's true. They're expensive and their driver's seat is opposite to our cars here in the United States. It would seem there is no benefit to owning one. Like, huh? This whole steering wheel on the right side thing, it's kind of goofy. God dang it, it's kind of goofy, isn't it? You? What do you know? That's sleek. Okay, stop, calm down, I can't read that fast. Forgive me. Her personality really changed at the drop of a hat. Literally. It's interesting, isn't it, Phoenix? Bit by bit, we're beginning to see the real contradiction behind this case. She totally... But when I say literally, I mean the fact that whenever she takes off her hat, that's when she goes crazy. She, like, would say things like, no way am I letting a noob drive my car. Let's press. Was your sister good at driving? She was, like, totally awesome. She, like, said she was going to be the, like, racing queen of the nursing world. Somehow I think she bumped my question off track again. So, like, that's why I ended up in the passenger seat that night, too. Let's go ahead and press this. And that was when the accident occurred, correct? Like, yeah, I, like, immediately reached for the passenger side door. And fled, like, in a daze. Sounds like you had a terrifying time. There is something very big here. It's going to be hard to break apart such a natural-sounding testimony, but we have to attack it, and by doing so, a flaw will show itself. It has to. Do you really think so? Believe. There is a path, I know it. Mia almost sounded like a prophet for a second there. Like, around that time, I was really close to getting my... Okay. Okay, so what would be the contradiction here? My sis was like this totally big fan of cars and like really valued them. My sis' new car was like a totally special model from England. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and present, or I'm not gonna present anything just yet, but all important badge, slightly translucent, diagram of Fay Manor, newspaper clipping 2, folding screen, black key, floor plans, Dr. Gray's autopsy report, pistol, knife. Maya's costume, Lotus Photo 1, Lotus Photo 2, Sacred Urn, Cloth Scrap, Pearl's Bowl, Clothing Box, License Photo, and that's it. Okay, so there's nothing that we can disprove here. Let's go back again. My sister was like this totally big fan of cars and like really valued them. Like around that time I was like really close to getting my license. I don't know, we can't use Hody as evidence. My sis was like this totally big fan of cars and like really valued them. My sis' new car is like a totally special model from England. She like would say things like, no way am I letting a noob drive my car. So like that's why I ended up in the passenger seat at that night too. Okay, there's nothing wrong there. No way am I letting a noob drive my car. Let me check my case files real quick, my profiles. Does it say like anything? Died in a car accident. Hold on, let me go back to let's look at this article again. Let's check. May 24th, last night, 2 women are crashed into a highway center divide. One of the women was not able to escape the flaming wreckage and died at the site. Ongoing investigation revealed that the driver had fallen asleep at the wheel. It was like really tired. I dropped off to sleep. Then there was this crash, and like I woke up in this huge flames. I was like still half asleep. I opened the right door and like got out. I don't like remember anything else. Miss Minnie is to be believed. The one driving the car was her sister, Mimi Minnie. Mimi Minnie was a nurse at Gray Surgical Clinic, where 40 patients were accidentally overdosed to their death. In this, then, is this just a mere coincidence? No, I really don't know what to contradict here. It's like a totally special model from England. My sister's like this. I think before we start presenting, let's go ahead and save, since we just, just went through everything. Yeah, this is going to be kind of tough, because, like, I don't think that we had to have gathered the evidence, it's just that it's really, really hidden. So, alright, let's look at everything one more time. I was really close to getting my license. My sis was, like, this totally big fan of cars and, like, really valued them. My sis' new car was, like, a totally special model from England. She, like, would say things like, no way am I letting a noob drive my car. So, like, that's why I ended up in the passenger seat that night, too. I guess what we want to focus on was this. Because, like, this is what she got mad about, right? So, But what? The attorney's badge? License photo? It's a photo of her driver's license. Dr. Hody's treasured possession. There's a hole that looks okay. But we don't have the evidence, do we? I don't know. I think I'm kind of stuck here. This is no good! How dare you do something like this? I have malpractice at Great Conservative Clinic. Wait a minute. No, that wouldn't make sense. Really valued them? It says new car was like a totally special model from England. She like would say things like, no way am I letting a noob drive my car. So like that's why... I don't know. It's really, really tricky here. And just for the heck of it, I don't know. Just because I want to finish things up, I'm gonna pause right here. I'll be right back. Okay, so according to this, what I'm supposed to do, we have question 3A, and I'm supposed to, okay, present clipping 2 to statement 3A. Okay, so this is what I wanted to do, but I was a little nervous about this. So, okay, present. Miss Minnie, do you remember this article? It's an article about the accident. You had said this in it. But I opened the right door and, like, got out. Oh. Wow! Why didn't I notice that? That's correct, isn't it? Like, why are you suddenly asking me about that? Your Honor, which side is the passenger seat? The left or the right? Well, it's on the right side, of course, because the driver's on the left side. That would be if it were an American car, but it would be the opposite in a British car. Opposite? The two of them were riding in a British car. In that case, the passenger side would be the left side. Ah! What do you mean by this? Miss Minnie, you said that you had escaped using the right side door of the car. But if you were sitting there, then that means you were in the driver's seat. Ah! Oh, order in the court. Order. Okay. Mr. Phoenix Wright is blabbering nonsense again. Indy said the person who was driving was her older sister, Mimi Minnie. That is what Indy said, yes, but that is where her story falls apart. Somewhere, all of us made a big error in our assumptions. Phoenix? It looks like you finally found the real root of this murder. And because it's the real root, we're going to save. Because I didn't, let's go ahead and go to continue. And go to from save point. It looks like you finally found the real root of this murder. If we connect all the dots, there can only be one answer. I'd like to ask the court a question. Indy or Mimi, who was really driving that night? Mimi Minnie. The answer is the one person who had her driver's license, Mimi Minnie. After all, that makes her the only person who could legally drive. But you just said the witness, Miss Indy Minnie, was the only one in the driver's seat. Which leads us to the next question. The next question. I knew it! Who was the I knew it! Who is the person standing in the witness stand right now? What sort of idiotic risk is this, Mr. Phoenix? Fight! This witness's name is? I'll tell you what her name it really is. This witness's real name is Franziska von Karma. By the way, I'm sure you're probably curious as to why I call her Lady von Karma. It's because I just do. I don't know. Mimi. Mimi, that is your real name. Of all the foolish dribble! Then how do you explain her appearance? When she was admitted to the hospital, this witness was suffering severe facial burns. So for the purpose of facial reconstruction, they used a picture. I knew it! Facial reconstruction surgery! This is a picture she gave to her doctor at the time. That's right! It's a picture of her younger sister! No! But Mimi, she died in the car accident. That's what everyone thought. However, that was not the case. Then, the body they found at the crash site, that was the body of the real Mini. Isn't that right, Miss Mini? I see. That car accident 1 year ago. The one who died that night was Mini. Her sister, Mimi, then stole her face and was reborn as Innie. With this, she effectively erased Mini from existence. Your Honor, I'm sure you can now see why Mimi had to kill Dr. Gray. What do you mean? What is the meaning of this nonsense? Dr. Gray wanted to call back the spirit of a dead person. But that person wasn't dead. Specifically, the spirit of his nurse that died in the crash, Mini. However, that would not have been possible, because Mini was still, in fact, alive! Ah, yes, we busted this case right open. That fact would have been discovered had the channeling been conducted. So this witness had to stop that from happening. At all costs. And that's why she had to kill Dr. Turner Gray? Is that what you're saying? Yes. Before the channeling, Dr. Gray had the misfortune of consulting this witness about communicating with the dead. And in that moment, his fate was sealed. Well, Miss Innie? I mean, Miss Von Karma? Why did you say my name just now? Looks like I've been unmasked. This? Sorry, Lady Von Karma, but we won. That's right, I admit it. My real name is Mini. That quack doctor, he got what he deserved in the end. I'm a trained therapist. I can't really... What? I was trying to go for like a more like Tara Strong-esque Harley Quinn, but I can't do that. And I was so close to finally ditching Mimi too. So close. But why? Why would you go so far to throw away yourself? To become your own sister? I think I understand why. Mini wanted herself to be disappear because of this. Oh, poop. Oh, well, duh. What else would it be? Newspaper clipping 1. That's about the malpractice incident. Dr. Gray was right. The mistake was caused by the nurse. A nurse by the name of Mini. That's right. That's right. The person standing right before us today. I know he didn't say right, but whatever. And a few weeks after this mishap, Mini had a car accident in which she lost her younger sister. The timing couldn't have been worse. 14 patients dying in that accident and her own sister's life extinguished. It was all too much to bear. I found a way for myself to escape it all, the only way. She lost everything in the flames of that accident. Her sister. And even her own face. This was her last chance. Her chance to throw away her past and start a new life as her sister. Unbelievable. A plan beyond my wildest imagination. That jerk. If only he hadn't thought of that channeling mumbo-jumbo. Mumbo-jumbo? Becoming Annie has been the most horrible experience in the world. Spirit channeling, the occult. I hate it! I hate it all! I believe there are still a few unsolved riddles here. Why did you set a murderous revenge plot into motion? And why did Miss Morgan Fay agree to help you with the plan? Regardless, I believe one thing has been crystal clear, and that would be that Maya Fay is not guilty. Is that what you're gonna say, Judge? The innocence of the defendant, Maya Fay? This is preposterous! I'm perfect! So is your father, me, Franziska von Karma! I'm going to enjoy the news tonight, Miss von Karma. How about you? It's going to be broadcast all over the world, right? Your defeat, that is. Ow! 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 No. Okay, jeez. Okay, calm down. Ow! 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 And one more for good measure. Oh my goodness! That just happened. Phoenix, hang in there, Phoenix! Phoenix! That's quite the fraud, the sham! Oh my goodness, man! No! I should have expected something. Okay, take a breather. Now then, it looks like it will be sometime before Mr. Wright gets conscious. So I will go ahead and pronounce a verdict. That is all. The court is adjourned. June. I need a drink of water. That was. I'm lightheaded right now. I'm very lightheaded. June 22nd, 3:13 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. Congratulations, Maya. What's it says? I'm gonna have to do their voices back to back. This is kind of ridiculous. It's good to see you. It's good to see you, Maya. How are you doing? Sis. I didn't kill anyone, did I? No, you didn't. It was all just a dream. A really bad dream. You know, sis, in my dream, I smelled a really familiar scent. A familiar scent? I was inside that clothing box, right? That box. That was the box you used to store your clothes in a long time ago. That's right. There is still one thing I don't quite get. What's that? What would have happened if Minnie hadn't shot Dr. Gray? I mean, we broke in because we heard a gunshot. I think Minnie had planned to open the door to the chamber herself, and then you and Lotta would have witnessed quite a scene. A possessed Maya Fay who had just committed a murder. She had it planned down to the smallest detail, huh? Nick! Congrats, Maya. Thanks. Looks like you bailed me out of another jam. Well, but I really don't want something like this to happen ever again. I'm fine because I have you to help me out, Nick. But every time something happens, I lose someone special to me. First my sister, and now my aunt. Hey, Nick, tell me why my aunt went and did something so horrible. Why would she help Miss Mimi with a plan like this? I just don't understand it, Nick. Maya, it's over. Why don't we just let it be? Nick, please, I need an answer. The reason Morgan helped Mimi with her plan was... Okay, this is one of those ones that we don't have to get right, I assume, just like how we presented how useful she was just before she left at the end of the previous game. Ooh. Evidence? What? Folding screen, black key. I mean, sure, I don't know what else to think of. The key to the whole case? Huh? I don't get it. Yeah, me neither. even I don't really know what Morgan... Even though I don't know why Morgan cooperated with Mimi. Look, this whole thing is over now, so let's not dwell on the past, okay? Yeah, thanks, Nick. I just don't know what the answer to this one. I just don't know the answer to this one. I'm just as confused about the situation as she is. So why the thanks? Either way, that's a wrap, folks. Date and time unknown. Detention center. Solitary confinement. Cell 13. My precious Pearl. You are the only one suitable to be the master of Kunai, dear child. I figured as much, but I was like, maybe it might have been a little silly. I sacrificed it all for you. I helped that brainless nurse carry out her murder, and cooperated with that whip-happy prosecutor. It was all to unseat that annoying witless main family girl, that Maya Fey. But I shall be patient, my dearest Pearl. A chance will present itself. Your time will come. Okay. I should have presented Mia, or I should have presented Pearl, but I was nervous. All right. Well, reunion turnabout, the end. Turnabout Big Top. A new episode has been added. Save cleared stage data up to this point? Yes, please. Okay. Well, they're gonna make us. Nope. We're going to go back. We're not going to go just yet. What we're going to do is yeah, that's a wrap. Jeez, I feel so bad for Phoenix. He just got the crap kicked out of her by Lady Von Karma. Like, I just don't. Like, you can't fake a reaction like what I had, ladies and gentlemen. Like, you just can't. I had. Whatever the case may be, I guess that's a wrap. When we start things up next episode, it'll be in the next court case. And that'll be it. So. Yeah, so I guess my prediction of Mini being the fake was correct all along. And that is how things work, ladies and gentlemen. Don't diss the predictions done by yours truly, because for some reason I tend to be able to predict stuff like this sometimes. I don't know why. But whatever the case may be, if you like this video, this series of videos, please feel free to leave a like. If you thought it was cool, please feel free to subscribe and join the Elven Brotherhood today. Also, follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/MegaShadowFist. I'll be sure to leave that in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching. This MegaShadowFist signing out. Bye!